When we were in Lending Club, we start to get a lot of solicitations from all around the world. And we had a metrics where we look for mainly three things to see if the marketplace lending is going to work or not. One is, of course, you have to have the internet. The consumers should have accounts on the internet. They should be familiar with it. It's not making sense for a fintech company to teach them how to do that. The second one, we were looking for a place that is well regulated. We also were looking for a place where the culture is entrepreneurial. To be honest, China has all these pillars together. So unlike Europe, where people in China want to be part of the economy, want to, if they have 1 RMB, they want to make it 2 RMB. So that is good. And that's why you have a vibrant stock market in China and here in Hong Kong. It's a combination of culture, regulations, and the advancement of the internet. In the US, we created a solution that takes a customer who has financial products available to him, and we give him that financial product at a better rate, at a frictionless experience, which is great. In China, we are giving the same service to somebody who could never get it before. So the difference between these two is that in one country, we are doing an optimization of the system, of the infrastructure that existed. In another country, we're creating the infrastructure. So a lot of people ask the differences between the US and China. It's exactly the difference between Alibaba and Amazon. Amazon never had to ask, how am I going to be shipping these packages? Alibaba had to create a logistics company. Finance is the same thing. Think about the first day when we want to give a loan to someone that does not have an asset, does not have a collateral. We have to take everything that we know about him and data to feel comfortable that his chances to pay back are very high. And that is the infrastructure. And that is the story of Dianrong. Investors are very excited about fintech because it's an infrastructure solution, has been a product solution, but also in an emerging market where banks are not as active as they are in the West. It gives us a huge market opportunity. It's always a combination between how much you want to take on the opportunity. And that is really not a decision of how much capital you have versus how much you need. Even if you have all the capital in the world, you have to have good quality execs. You have to have a good management team. At the end of the day, our business, like any business in the world, it's about people. If you have people that are able to innovate and create, then yes, if you give them $1, they can create something much bigger. But if you are limited by how many people you have, then you are also limited by how much capital you want to raise. So we always continue to look for that balance between how much money we need to raise to deploy it. But with this said, we are always open. We continue to have our options on the table. It is true, I spent 13 years of my life in Oracle. I was building software for banking and insurance industry and airlines too, basically large systems. So the software that we built is what we call an institutional software. So you have one group or one person or one entity that decides for everything else. So imagine this. If I am a bank and I want to move money from this guy to this guy, I have to go up and down. That's a huge cost that you don't have to do it. So the new technology we built is what we call a network technology. What is a network technology? Similar to LinkedIn, similar to Facebook, where the company looks at the customer as the center of the world, and we are here just to operate. You don't have to go through me to send a message from you to her. Fundamental change in the way technology is built. We continue to build infrastructure after infrastructure. The last one is our infrastructure in supply chain finance, which promises to open a much bigger market for both, for us as well as for banks. But most importantly, it allows small suppliers that could not get funded before to get funding today.